My neighbor was the kind of guy who lived for a camera lens, an aspiring internet personality, constantly chasing the next viral moment. Over the years, I'd witnessed him cough clouds of cinnamon, sprawl across the hood of his creeping car, and dump buckets of lukewarm water over his head, always shouting catchphrases I never quite understood. It was exhausting just to watch, so when he knocked on my door one afternoon and told me he'd be out of town for a few weeks, asking if I could collect his mail honestly, I felt relief. Genuine, quiet relief. For a short while, I wouldn't have to brace myself for whatever chaos might spill over into my own yard. The first few days were uneventful. A few bills, some spam, what looked like a birthday card. Nothing out of the ordinary. Then, one evening, I came home to find a large cardboard box sitting on his porch. Across the side, in bold red letters, was stamped, "Return to sender." I'm not a weak guy, but this thing was absurdly heavy. I struggled to lift it, let alone carry it across the street. There was no chance I was dragging it up my front steps. My garage seemed like the only option. I barely used it for the car anyway, since the door was a stubborn piece of junk that required a solid kick and a yank to open. So I wrestled the package across the driveway, my arms burning. I should have set it down before fighting with the garage door. But you know how it is when you've got a grip on something awkward. You don't want to let go. I kicked the door once, twice. On the third kick, I lost my hold. The box hit the concrete with a dull thud, and I heard something inside crack. Damn it. I hoped it was nothing important. Decided I'd just stay quiet. Let my neighbor assume the damage happened during shipping. After a few more grunts, the garage door screeched open, its rusty protest echoing through the quiet evening. I hauled the box inside, pushed it into a corner, and forgot about it. Until the smell began. It crept in slowly at first, slipping under the door that connected the garage to the house. A strange, sickly sweet odor, almost like a skunk. For a couple of days, I convinced myself it was roadkill. Some animal had wandered under the house and met its end. But the scent didn't fade. It grew stronger, sharper. It clung to the air until I couldn't ignore it anymore. I traced the source to the garage. The moment I opened that door, the stench hit me like a physical wall. My eyes watered, my stomach twisted. In the corner sat the box, now sagging at the bottom, dark liquid seeping into the concrete. Great, I thought. Some kind of meat delivery. Spoiled. I grabbed a pair of scissors and a garbage bag, pinching my nose as I approached. The bottom of the cardboard was so soggy, I could probably poke a finger through it. But I wasn't about to do that. I planned to cut the top open, scoop out the rotten pieces, and haul them to the dumpster. A disgusting chore, but a quick one. As I sliced through the tape and opened the flaps, a new wave of horror rolled out. Not just the smell of decay, but something else. Something human. Sweat. Waste. Death. I stumbled backward, gagging, my throat burning. I had to run outside, gulping fresh air, but the odor had already woven itself into my clothes. My hair, my skin. No shower could wash it away. No mask could block it. Eventually, I forced myself back inside. I had to finish this. But when I finally looked into the box, I realized I wouldn't need the garbage bag, or the gloves, or the cleaner. Because inside wasn't spoiled meat. It was my neighbor, curled up, still, very, very dead. I don't remember calling the police. I remember the flashing lights, the questions, the cold metal table in the interrogation room. They suspected me, of course. How could they not? A corpse in my garage, my fingerprints all over the box. But the truth was even stranger than a murder accusation. They found a camera in his hands. A vlogging camera, still recording when he died. They showed me the footage. Just once. I'll never forget it. He was sitting inside the box, just outside a shipping facility, grinning at the lens, explaining to his audience how he was going to mail himself across state lines. A stunt. An epic, insane stunt. He had water bottles, snacks, a pillow, a flashlight. His friend, The guy I'd seen helping with other stupid ideas sealed the lid and, presumably, sent him off. Over the next few hours, or maybe days, he recorded short updates. I think I'm in a truck now. Can feel the motion. Pretty warm. Must be a warehouse. Still got snacks. And then the final clip. The box tipped. You could hear the sudden crash, a sickening snap, and then silence. He had broken his neck on impact. The camera kept rolling until the memory card filled or the battery died. But there's one detail I never told the police. One sound I heard just after that fatal tumble. While the screen was dark and the body was still, the unmistakable screech of my garage door rolling open.